Hey, Shalom, giving all praises, acknowledgement, honor, glory to Yahweh, Bahashim, Yahweh Shai, Bahashim, Harakah, HaQuadash. Double honors to the apostles and elders of GMS that have taught us this truth, and they continue to teach us. Shalom to our brothers doing this mighty and powerful works in hopes of salvation. Yahweh is the name of the Heavenly Father, which means He is, He exists. And Yahweh Shai is the name of the beloved Son, who the world would ignorantly call Jesus Christ. Yahweh Shai, meaning He deliverer. Bahash Shim just means in the name. Amen. The fruitful vine is drying up. The teats is being taken from you people. No more sucking on the government. All right? No more leeching off the government. And this is just a sign that the money is failing. The economy is failing. Babylon is done, bro. They don't have enough funds for you people to go to suck no more. The 186 billion cut, which you know that money is going to Elon Musk, is going to all these guys that all of a sudden became trillionaires. Or it's even going to Trump's pocket. 186 billion cut to Snap. Signed into law. Literally, they just one snap of the pen, the snapping is gone. Is the largest reduction to food assistance in the U.S. history. And this is, a wealthy country. In Revelation 18, it tells you what America has. It has all the resources, it has all the substance, food, whatever you could think of. America has it. All right? The Lord likened this place as a golden cup. This place is filthy rich, man. There shouldn't be no homelessness. There shouldn't be people starving. But guess what? There is people starving. Because the fruitful vine is drying up. Now, forgive me for talking a little bit excessively. Isaiah 32:9. Rise up, ye women that are at ease. And this is crucial because women, they live off the government, they live for the government. Literally, the government is their dad. Give them housing, give them resources, give them food, and literally sponsors their wicked, single, feminist lifestyle. So now the Most High, He's making these women very uncomfortable. And they've been so comfortable for a long time. All right, a regular woman that's making a little change at McDonald's, she'll save up, man. Because she got men to ease her life. So these women are very comfortable. Hear my voice, ye careless daughters. And our women are careless. They'll leave their house unlocked. They'll leave their car doors unlocked. They'll leave their children unattended for. Yeah, man. Very reckless. Which is synonymous with careless. Give ear unto my speech. So the Most High is talking to you so-called black women, you so-called Hispanic women, you so-called Native American women, and women in general. Many days and years shall ye be troubled. And it's been some years where women are crying out that they're no longer receiving, you know, that immaculate funding that they once had. You know, I've helped in the community before. I'm telling you, man, these women, they suck the government. They literally hang on life, dear life, to the government. Like the government is all that they talk about. Their Section 8, you know, their housing money, the kids' school money, you know, taxes. So over these couple years, ever since 2020, women have been getting less help from the government. Ye careless women, for the vintage shall fail. The gathering shall not come. And it's literally like a gathering. She get a check from here, she get help from here. She get child support, you know, get food assistance. Literally free help from Salakia, from all direction. You know? She gathering all this goddamn funds from the government. Tremble ye women that are at ease. Yeah, like I said, man, women are getting taken care of. Even a woman that works at a little regular job makes $17. In the East Coast, make like $9. They're comfortable. Because now a woman, all she got to do, she could be a regular hoe, you know, she could be a regular looking chick. She'd go smile on TikTok, and you'll have men with funds just making it rain, you know? Literally paying these women monthly subscriptions, paying these women bills, man. Be troubled, ye careless ones. So the Most High keeps saying careless, at ease. It's time for women to be uncomfortable. Just like men are always uncomfortable. Men always got to stress about bills, always got to go get it, always got to provide. Now you women, you're in that uncomfortable, you know, state. Be troubled, ye careless ones, strip you and make you bare. So the Most High is going to really humble you women. Take away all the help from the government. Take away all the help from these dudes that are funding you. Take away all your makeup. Take away all your overspending. And gird sackcloth upon your loins. So when society collapsing like it is right now, and the vintage is failing, like the government aid is failing, you women gonna resort to suffering, because that's what sackcloth represents, mourning. You know, they shall lament for the teats, and that's what's happening right now. Less and less funds is being added to those food stamp cards, those WIC, all of them. Those food supplements now has requirements. You know? Very key, what's the word? Very like strict requirements to even keep it, obtain it, and even if you get it, you gotta spend it a certain way. They shall lament for the teats, and we're gonna constantly see people jump online. Oh man, the government took away all my $5,000 a month food stamp. Yo, they get food stamp and cash benefits. Do you understand what that is? That's free fucking income. So they really gonna be crying. Cause now you can't sell your food stamps no more. For the pleasant fields, for the fruitful vine. So at one time America was very fruitful towards you women. Because you women benefited a lot from it. You know, they literally funded, you were an agent for the government. They funded your feminism, your men hatred, all right? Woman empowerment. They funded all of that. And you can see it over that spirit on these women. Some of the most proudest women are the ones that literally live off government supplements. Upon the land of my people shall come up thorns and briars, yea, upon all the houses of joy in joyous cities. So not only is women, because this is directed to women, a lot of Americans are going to suffer. A lot of veterans are going to suffer. A lot of disabled people are going to suffer because they're cutting all the government aids. All right? You have people that can't work. They're disabled. That government aid cut. Getting cut. This big, beautiful bill is changing lives, man. Millions of Americans who rely on federal food assistance face the steepest spending reduction. And that's also, it shows you too that a famine is going to come. All right? Because not only you have food assistance through the wiring of money, you have these places that hand out food. And they're not supplied as they used to be. It says, since the program has ever seen, the law known as the One Big Beautiful Bill Act of 2025 design cuts nearly $187 billion from nutrition programs over 10 years. According to the Congressional Budget Office, scoring of the legislation. So this is an unrighteous decree because, you got a lot of people out here that really need that, man. Hey, you got people with jobs that really need EBT and SNAPs. It says the reduction reshapes eligibility rules, so they're making it harder. That means they want to get rid of a lot of people. And something I've experienced, they'll take you off of it so you can reapply. And they put you through hoops, man. It's because the government's taking all that money and putting it in their pockets or funding for war. So it says benefit calculations, state level flexibility in ways that will directly shrink monthly payments for households already stretching tight budgets. Let me see if I can find something else that's juicy, but you get the point. They cutting that shit down more, less and less. Went from fruitful to only a few dollars. And that's terrible in these times because prices of food is inflated. All right. Um, States that had secured broad waivers often citing high local unemployment or insufficient jobs. So even they tell these people to get a job, there is no jobs. That just shows you this place is through. It says shielded large shares of their case holds from time limits on benefits. Under the new law, the USDA Food and Nutrition Service issued guidance directing states to apply stricter ABAWD waiver criteria. States that previously covered the most residents under those waivers now face the widest gap between old eligibility standards and new ones. So, yeah, man, they try and get rid of a lot of people. All right, and now you gotta have a job to even get it, and now there is no job. Yeah, man, it's pretty bad, bro. It's pretty bad. Isaiah 31:1. Woe to them that go down to Egypt for help. And that's always been a thing for our people. They get an attack, go to Egypt. Famine, go to Egypt. War, go to Egypt. You know, they're always looking to Egypt instead of the Most High. And today, the modern day Egypt is America. And they're always going to the government. You know, that's why the Lord have to remind our people the Egyptians are men and not God. Woe to them that go down to Egypt for help. And majority of them are women. All right, they stay at those government offices, and you know, instead of like going to an unemployment office, or you know, instead of trying to get a man, they stay going to the government aid offices. You know, instead of trying to create a family, they depend on the government. You got women out here that just have babies just to get benefits. As crazy as that sound, they really do that shit, man. Woe to them that go down to Egypt for help, 2/3 of our people, and stay on horses and trust in chariots because they are many. Yeah, they believe in the U.S. military. You know, they believe in the strength of the military, man. And in horsemen because they are very strong. But they look not unto the Holy One of Israel, neither seek the Lord. And if they did, you would see our people at the camp, man, religiously every week. You know, if they really believed that God would help them, they will be outside of the camp asking questions, you know, we're not our doorstep. Yet, he also is wise and will bring evil. So the Most High is getting ready to bring evil, man. He's getting ready to bring plagues upon Egypt. And will not call back his words. So once the command goes out to start jacking up this place with death, famine, pestilence, his sword, destruction, ain't no turning back, man. But will arise against the house of the evildoers. And the Most High is moving against Esau. Yo, Esau is in trouble out here. With the elites bringing that squeeze, they're feeling it more because they have more stuff. their privilege has run out. So the Most High is moving against Esau. Not just these common Edomites, all of the house of Esau. And against the help of them that work iniquity. That's 2/3 of our people. So yeah, man. Let me get this one, because what is really happening is the US dollar is failing. The economy is about to crash. Genesis 47:15, and when money failed in the land of Egypt. So money is about to fail. This dollar is about to collapse. All right? And in the land of Canaan, all the Egyptians came unto Joseph, which is our forefather, and said, give us bread. So when all hell fails, the money, when the value of the dollar no longer holds weight on the global scale, when they finally go fully digital, the dollar is going to be useless. And said, give us bread, for why should we die in thy presence? So people are going to get desperate. They're going to want food. They're going to want resources. Just like in the time of ancient Egypt. For the money faileth. So when this shit collapse, how you people going to eat, man? Y'all going to starve out here. And Joseph said, give your cattle, and I will give you for your cattle if money fail. And that's what's happening also. You people are starting to fulfill that Klaus Schwab's saying, you gonna own nothing and be happy. Well, you gonna own nothing. That's the point I'm getting at. That's what's happening. They're literally making it so hard to live to where you're losing everything. They buying up the properties. People selling. People have to lose their homes. Can't afford it. People are filing for bankruptcy. It says, and who do you think that goes to? The rich. Now, Joseph is a righteous man. He made Egypt great. And Joseph said, give your cattle, and I will give you for your cattle if money fail. And they brought their cattle unto Joseph, and Joseph gave them bread in exchange for horses, and for the flocks, and for the cattle of the herds, and for the asses. So, you people are going to do whatever it takes to survive. And it's going to lead up to you surrendering your body over to the elites by taking the mark of the beast just to eat out here. He fed them with bread for all their cattle for that year. I keep going down. Verse 18, and when that year was ended, they came unto him the second year and said unto him, we will not hide it from my Lord, how that our money is spent. My Lord also had our herds of cattle, so they lost everything. Everything of value. And back then, the cattle wasn't no light thing, man. There is not aught left in the sight of my Lord, because cattle could produce some milk, some cheese, some, what I'm saying, babies, meat. That's a lot of bread. That's their livelihood. But they gave it all up to survive. It says, there is not aught left in my sight of my Lord, but our bodies. So it's coming down to that point where you people are gonna be left with nothing out here. Like I said, the fruitful vine is gonna dry up. No more government aids, no money. Shit collapse. You know? But our bodies and our lands. So of course he took the lands. Wherefore shall we die before thine eyes? So it's gonna get to that point, man. You people are gonna want to save your life. Both we and our land, buy us in our land for bread, and we in our land will be servants unto Pharaoh. And give us seed that we may live and not die, that the land be not desolate. So eventually, people gonna sell themselves out with that chip, man. Take that chip just to survive. But I'm just liking an ancient story of how people literally give up everything and their bodies. They became slaves just to survive during the time of famine. Yeah, man, it's gonna be like that. These devils are gonna take advantage of you people. Oh, you want it like how you had it on EBT. You want it like how you had it when you had income. Okay, take this chip. That's what's next, man. We're waiting. Like brothers have said, that Esau is buying him time. And that time that he's buying is to bring about the mark of the beast, man. This was all that pause in the war. Of course, market manipulation, gas and oil manipulation, but also, man, they getting ready. They buying time so they could crash the dollar, bring about full-scale digital, and bring the mark of the beast. And as you can see, man, when people have nothing, they're ready to live. They're ready to live at the cost of their own life, at the cost of giving up their own body. But yeah, giving all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh Shemel Shai, Shalom. Go willing and satisfying.